So welcome back to another Gibbs adventure. Today Andre and I are on the Nat River in Fortune Township, and we're checking beaver traps. Yesterday we set 22 traps, 23 traps I think. So Andre's the navigator, I'm the pilot, and we have to watch here because there's big boulders in the river. So you get past them and you're laughing. Yeah, there's one right there in the river, so they're just below the surface, some of them, so you got to be really careful. That's a big rock right there. So off we go on another adventure here, hoping for at least 10 beaver on this run, so we'll see how it goes. So we have to get out here and get the boat around, so we always take out some of our gear to make sure for lunch and everything in case something happens, and then after that we can run about another 4 miles of river here. So back on the river again, we get around our little rock. We got 2 more big houses down here. So the way we run the river is we set it on the way down, and on the way back to check the next day we run right to the end and then load up with stuff coming back up. No sense loading the boat with beaver and keep going down river. So we go to the farthest house and work our way back. So this is another little rapids, and it's easy to get through with the boat, but you always have to be watching out for rocks. So I navigate in the front looking for rocks and giving them right or the left hand to tell them which way to go. Or if I know we're going to hit a rock, I throw both hands up in the air to get ready. But this one's pretty straightforward. If you stay right in the middle of the rapid here, you come right through it, and as you get through you cut off to the one side here. Funny story, years and years ago there was a moose that fell in the river here and drowned. And we found it floating here in the spring when we were up fishing. We're trying to fish. Not much of a fisherman. But there's our second big house. So we got sets here. Put a blue flag for every trap to mark our sets, and then that way they know where we put our traps all the time, because there's so many slides you wouldn't be able to find them all. So we just checked this house. We got 2 beaver out of it, both of them on lure sets. All my channel, I got 3 channel sets and every one was set off. I had nothing in it, so probably one for sure had 2 sticks in it. Actually 2 of them had sticks in it, so that's what happens sometimes. And sometimes you get a muskrat, but I try to put my triggers together to one side. That's on a channel set to let to have the beaver room to go through, and the muskrats can pass and don't get caught. So we have to get over this rock all the time because they can't go through here with the boat. So we always stop here, and I get roller logs like that. I'll get some more tomorrow, but I can roll the boat right up it. But we have to unload the boat, so that's why we want to travel as light as we can. The beavers are always heavier when you're carrying them. our second part of our run, we did 6 beaver, so that's 13 for today. Yeah, 13 today and 7 yesterday, so that's 20. So that's pretty good. Nothing wrong with that. Beautiful day, heading down the rapids here to our launch, where we launched the boat. Hundred coming out with a load of beavers. Perfect. So this is the climax of everything we do. We have to process all the beaver that we catch. So you've seen all my time on the river with Andre trapping them. Now I have to process them. So first thing I do is I make sure I dry them. I brush the heck out of them so that the fur is nice and fluffy again. Dog slicker brush. And then after I skin them, hang them up like so. Then I put every beaver in, because I'm freezing them. I put them all in a garbage bag. I take a black marker and I write the date on it.
What size are those?
What size it is, the date I caught it, and which trap line I was trapping on, because I trap on 2 different lines.
15-liter bags.
Yeah, and then there's lots of parts of the beaver that are valuable for me. So you can see up in the rack here, I got the castors drying. Castor is used in the world for flavoring in food sometimes. It's also used in perfume. I take the livers and the kidneys out. I use those for catching leeches in the summertime, so I freeze the livers and the kidneys. And I also save the skulls. I have a friend that makes jewelry out of the teeth, and he wants the big size skulls. And you can actually even save the tails. They make leather out of them for like beaver tail wallets, keychains, and whatnot, if you can find a market for it. So there's lots of valuable pieces to a beaver, and probably the biggest thing that we do for beaver as trappers, especially in Ontario, because we have so many lakes and rivers and creeks, is we manage them. Without us out there trapping beaver, it's just chaos for companies trying to keep roads open and that, because a culvert is a perfect place to make a pond for them to flood their food. So this is the step in the skinny room. Then after I process every one of my beavers for bait. So after I take the innards out of them and everything, I put them in a garbage bag. I put them outside, I freeze them, and every one of them is used for catching other animals. So for me, the value of a beaver is not just the pelt, it's everything else that I derive from it around it. So when my beavers come in, of course they're wet because I just caught them in the water. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to start piling them up, and then I brush them with a dog slicker brush, and they'll dry twice as fast. You can see how messy this one's looking, and then just a few strokes here will get it all cleaned up. I leave them on their backs for the first little bit to dry on the belly side, and then I'll flip them over like this guy, and this one will be one of the next ones I'll skin. But so I just keep working at my pile of beaver until I get them all done. I think I have 22 to skin today, so today's a skinning day for me. So this is my beavers that I've done up this morning already. So I put my trap line number, size of the beaver, and the day I caught it, and then they'll go into the freezer like that, so I can process them later, or I can sell them rough skinned. And every one of my beavers I put in, once I process it, move the parts that I need, I put it in a plastic bag and I freeze it like that, because I want it to be able to separate it. And I use every time I go out for my Fisher and Martin line, which I'll start next, I'll take a couple of beavers out of the freezer, and when they're frozen in bags like that, I can easily get them out of the freezer and able to use them. So it's a whole process. But the next step of the game for trapping for me will be I'll be out trapping martin, fisher, and lynx, and that'll be all my bait that I've accumulated from the fall beaver trapping.